Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. This is your May 2020 monthly reading. Look at that Ace of Swords. Oof. Y'all have some clarity here, okay? And balance is really coming in for you, which is your card, Temperance, right? Which is all about a balancing out energy. But yeah, you are really coming into some higher spiritual knowledge, I feel here. And this is really allowing you to follow and pursue your truth and your passion here, Leos. Lots of air energy has also been figuring into a lot of the readings. And there, right as I said that, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords. I do feel like you are avoiding a cycle of being stuck or stagnant, like a past sort of karmic cycle. I feel like you're avoiding that because you're getting, again, some sort of insight or knowledge or just following your intuition. We do have a full moon there reflected on that card, and we do have a full moon in Scorpio that just happened about a day ago. The energy will carry with us through a month, okay? And this, with the Scorpio energy, right, when Scorpio falls just before y'all, Sagittarius is the death energy, right? It's all about letting go of the old, letting the old ways sort of metaphorically die so that you can birth and come into something new here. Feels really good, Saggies, okay? Really, really good. And then I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. So let's cut there. This is a 5-card reading. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot. 5 cards, I'll clarify as needed, and then we'll get a couple oracle cards at the end. The moon is coming up here in the reverse. So again, getting some type of knowledge, I feel like here, because the moon speaks to secrets, illusions, that which is basically unknown to us. As for signs, it can represent Pisces or Cancer. Okay, so you could be dealing with those signs, or you may have the one of those signs or in your chart. Okay, but again, it's like with this Scorpio full moon, and notice that like this is your card coming out here, this full moon, this Scorpio full moon that we just had, these revelations and realizations happening, I really feel like in real time. Okay, you have the Justice card in reverse coming up in the future placement. Okay, I do feel like you could be dealing with a Libra. Who did I just filmed Leo, and which is one of your fire sign cousins, right? And there was lots of Libra energy wrapped up into that reading, as well as overlaps with the Libra reading that I did earlier. So if you are dealing with a Libra, or you do have Libra energy, you may want to go check out that reading as well, especially with the Justice coming up here reverse. Could be dealing with a legal situation, okay? I'm definitely going to clarify some of these cards that are coming up here in the reverse, because again, I'm seeing like a balancing out energy. So I'm not seeing, like, sometimes when the Justice comes up reverse, it can talk about an unjust outcome, okay? Whether like literally happening again, like in a sort of court situation or some sort of dispute, or, you know, conflict with someone or someone's houses or around a subject, okay? Or it can speak to karmic sort of justice issues, okay? So we're probably going to clarify that one. We do have the Princess of Swords coming up here, so more air energy coming up in the reading, okay? Because again, that Justice can reflect Libra. Princess of Swords can be any of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius here. I do feel like there's another person sort of involved in whatever this is going on. Again, feels very heavily like an air energy. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Again, of those, I've only filmed Libra so far, but the rest will be up in due time, right? I feel like there was an issue around communication here. May have been lack of communication, may have been lack of expressing the truth, okay, which may be yielding this justice in the reverse. Maybe that's viewed as an injustice, or perhaps if there was someone sort of being, you know, not exactly truthful here, perhaps they're facing some kind of justice or karmic justice around that. We have more air energy coming up here in the reading. Also, lots of reversals here as well. So I do feel like Sagittarius, like maybe, you know, because this feels like it's very recent, it does feel like perhaps there are, you know, some, just like things that came to light that sort of caused questioning or disturbances, or again, some sort of communication issue between you and another person, but it feels more recent, okay, as opposed to the past. With the star energy, this is Aquarian energy. Star is a lot about healing kind of energy here, okay? I feel like that's what's required here in this situation, and I do feel like healing is available here. Again, it could be that, you know, it's almost reminding me of like if someone is not really being honest with you, you know, and whatever it is, their feelings, what they're doing, etc. It's like people can only meet you as far as they've met themselves, right? So that person is likely very dishonest with themselves, not really following and aligning to their own truth and their own path and their own purpose, okay? And when people sort of operate like that, right, in this sort of mucky or like muddy water, it serves to muck up and muddy the waters of other people that they associate with. So I do feel like there's like a dynamic like that going on. Crowning you, and to me, I was gonna say this is your guidance in the reading, okay, is the Hanged Man. Take a step back at a bird's eye view, get really introspective and retrospective about this situation, about your thoughts and feelings, period. Not just on the situation, but overall how it is that you're feeling, really checking in with yourself. And this card also came up, I think maybe in the Capricorn reading, which I filmed earlier. It's possible it came up in the Libra reading. I can't remember off the top right now. But off of this card, I often do get like the Sun energy, which is again Leo energy, which I just filmed right before y'all. And I am seeing like, again, that full moon imagery here, okay? And getting clarity, having light shown upon an issue, or having some sort of spiritual guidance, or just sort of like I'm almost seeing like a pathway being lighted, like showing you the pathway forward, okay? Let's see, because we have so many reversals here, there's actually, we can get quite a few clarifiers, I think. And I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. Seeing the Six of Cups reverse, so very well could be related to a past person, past life connection. Okay, Queen of Wands, more fire energy here. Could very well be you here, Sagittarius, or it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, okay? So Aries and Leo would be the other fire signs. Clarify the Princess of Swords reverse. Ace of Pentacles, okay? So this could have been around some kind of offer or an opportunity, work or otherwise. I feel like if, you know, if this is work, perhaps you were told, you were promised something, perhaps some kind of a bonus, perhaps a job in and of itself, and it seems like maybe that hasn't really come to pass or pan out in the way that you were told that it would. If this is a relationship, I am feeling like, you know, one of two things. Well, it's not really one of two things. It's sort of like two parts of the same thing, but almost an energy of like someone having promised more than they could actually deliver. Okay, and sort of like the follow on from that is that they also didn't put in the necessary investment. Okay, not saying that specifically monetarily, but it could be time, it could just be the work required, right, to really build whatever this was. Okay, again, whether this is some type of relationship or whether this was a work related situation, but you do have the Ace of Pentacles coming up there in the reverse. Could also be alluding to perhaps some type of monetary loss or expenditure. Again, it feels very, it is in the past, so I feel like it's a passing energy, not really something that you're dealing with, the monetarily anyway, if that's the case in the present moment, though I do feel like you may be coming into or having some realizations around the situation or around this person right now in alignment with the Scorpio full moon. Clarify the Star in reverse. Clarify the Star in reverse. So we have the Three of Swords, okay? Heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment. Again, to me, this feels very tied to the past situation here. So I'm actually gonna flip that over to the other side. And again, I feel like there's healing required or healing available in this situation. Whether or not it's actually being accessed and harnessed, to me, it's not really so clear. I think there's, again, maybe a level of introspection, retrospection. Sometimes, you know, you really need some distance or time from an issue or a situation to really start to gain some clarity, to really develop forgiveness and develop healing around it, right? Clarify the Moon in reverse. Flew face down. So again, I do feel like there's something sort of unknown. And with the Four of Cups here, okay, again, could be talking about some sort of romantic, okay, or emotional connection. Could it, again, this is more water energy here, so Pisces, Cancer, I'm gonna add Scorpio because again we had the full moon in Scorpio here. I do feel like, again, there was some type of offer or an opportunity that never really came to fruition. And so it might feel like a missed offer or an opportunity perhaps to just one part, because I'm getting like there's sort of, I'm getting like two individuals engaging, right? And so in terms of feeling the missed opportunity, and perhaps there's like disappointment wrapped into that, right? Or heartbreak, betrayal, and pain wrapped into that. It's unclear to me whether it's one party or both parties that are sort of feeling this element of loss or like of a missed opportunity here. I'm gonna give the cards one more shuffle. I'm seeing the Aries, no, that came up in the Leo reading just before this. I'm gonna clarify the Justice in reverse. What was that? Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Justice in reverse, again, could be related to some sort of monetary situation. Okay, if this is a legal thing, I do feel like perhaps there's something that you're going to have to pay as it pertains to this legal thing. If this is related to more of like an ongoing situation, okay, with work, and perhaps things really didn't quite pan out, I am feeling like sort of starting over, okay, or feeling like you're a little bit further behind than perhaps you would have wanted to energy. But here's the thing about the Princess of Pentacles is like there's a guarantee that this grows, right, into the Empress Emperor energy, because you see that ram there way far off in the background. So I definitely don't feel like this is something to be discouraged about. I feel like it's probably just a part of, again, whatever this situation is, or whatever sort of transitions and transformations, whatever, again, information and realizations you're coming into as a part of this Scorpio full moon. It's like it's sort of, it was meant to happen. I don't mean to make that sound trite, but that's what I'm seeing here. And that there, it does feel like there's a new path, okay, and perhaps a new person where that energy is to be directed, okay? Eight of Cups, yeah, so walking away from a past emotional attachment. And again, just with the Eight of Cups depiction in this deck, it does give off a connotation of someone feeling loss, sadness, regret, again, along the lines of that missed opportunity here that we're seeing with that Four of Cups. Let's get your oracle guidance. I've been doing 2 oracle cards for these readings. I'm using the numerology guidance for y'all right now. And I'm still deciding if and what the second card will be, because as of right now, I'm only being called to get a numerology card. What are the messages for Sagittarius Spirit? What are the, whoa. The card flew. The card is healing, okay? Double 6 here. And again, like I said, the Aquarian energy, okay? Could also feel like this Three of Swords could very well just be multiple past disappointments, betrayals, heartbreaks, okay? And in that sense, you may be sort of shedding subconscious feelings around that may have been serving as blockages, okay? But again, could be related to a very specific situational type of thing or a person, okay? Healing, number 66. Let me read for this, read the affirmation, and I'm still deciding about another card. You guys might just get this one. Let's see. Okay. So it says, this card indicates a time to focus on your healing abilities and being of service to others. I feel like y'all got this before. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to expand your understanding of the healing arts and the many different ways to heal. Perhaps you feel drawn to Reiki, kinesiology, physical therapy, homeopathy, acupuncture, nursing, counseling, or life coaching. Whichever path you choose, it's time to set the wheels in motion. This card may also indicate a need to receive bodywork or healing such as Reiki, kinesiology, acupuncture, cognitive behavioral therapy, or herbal medicine to help shift any stagnant or toxic energy. And that, again, remember that did come up in your reading, okay? A little bit. It's not like specifically here in the cards, but we saw it during some of the shuffles. So your energy field, which is your aura, absorbs and stores energy from other people, electrical equipment, every illness and trauma in your surroundings, which obviously there's a lot of that right now, right? And your own negative thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it's important to clear your aura regularly to elevate your health and well-being and your overall quality of life. The affirmation here says, as I heal myself and others, I raise the vibration of the world. Okay. Yeah, I am gonna get y'all another card just because I want to keep it pretty equal and even, all things considered. This is the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle. I'm seeing caffeine free, okay, and that's guidance I've seen a few times for the collective as well as in a lot of personal readings. Personally, what I think it's about is really being in touch with your personal, your natural energy levels, right? So your energy levels unaffected by any sort of outside source, right? Including caffeine. Additionally, if you do happen to suffer with issues of anxiety, don't quote me on this, and I'm not a medical professional, but I've done, some reading which has suggested that caffeine or other sort of stimulant kind of things can actually exacerbate your anxiety as opposed to alleviate it, okay? I'm also seeing second opinion. So again, you might want to do your own research about that. I'm also seeing good night's sleep, okay? So I'm actually filming this quite late. I've had a weird night's sleep around this full moon. I've read other things that have said people have been sleeping great during this full moon. I generally don't have sleeping issues, so I'm not particularly concerned, but just pay attention to your sleep habits and your sleep cycles and make sure you are getting enough restful sleep, okay? Your card that's coming out here says, listen to your intuitive feelings. Dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in perfect ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. Again, really connecting with your intuition. It's reminding me very strongly of that Hangman card that is crowning your reading. It's also reminding me of, because I mentioned that guided meditation earlier, which alludes to that was in the other reading before this. But anyway, there are guided meditations linked on my website, and Archangel Raphael is one of the angels featured in some of those guided meditations. They're mostly all by Stephen Nobel. It's another YouTube channel. If you're interested in guided meditations, they have some really good ones here, okay? So listen, pay attention to your intuitive feelings. Get that time to yourself, that time to rest, to relax, to really meditate and introspect, or whatever activities, mindful activities, journaling, whatever it is that you like to do here, okay? I do feel like there's something or someone special that you're working on here, and not the least of which is you, right, Sagittarius? But just with this feeling of this unicorn, I'm just having this feeling of ultimately having a happy, really blessed outcome, okay? So Sagittarius, I'm going to close your reading down there. If you like this reading, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. What else? Because I'm adding a couple more things to this closing thing, but I have a newsletter that you can subscribe to. I also co-host a podcast called the Self-Care Kickback, available on Apple, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Anchor. So yeah, if any of those things appeal to you, please do peruse the description box. All the links are listed there. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.